Adams 6-0, undefeated out of Team Wild Man, just oozing confidence on the entrance, looks relaxed as could be, and he is up against Flavio Magon, who is no joke. Brazilian guy, 17-9 on a 4-fight winning streak, and a very durable, tough guy coming all the way from Brazil.
Definitely a little more difficult than driving across the street, basically like Mr. Adams has to do. But Anthony Adams, I had a chance to speak with him a little bit before the fights got going this evening, and he just said, I'm at my best. You're going to see me like you've never seen me before. And having seen him before was impressive. So if he's better than he's ever been, it's going to be something special.
Has everything to win tonight. The belt is on the line, and he is down for the challenge. He's getting greased up by his coach, Thomas Denny there, about to enter the cage for the final Sparta Combat League fight of the evening.
What's that like, traveling so far to have a fight?
You know, at the end of it, you're in the same place. You're locked in a cage with the guy. So,
there you go.
You know, think about some of the fights overseas, and it's all the same thing in that.
Still just you and another man trying to render one another unconscious.
The main event of the evening is presented by Fat E-Bikes. Denver-born Fat E-Bikes is transforming how people commute. Our Fat Tire E-Bikes take you 2 times as far, 2 times as fast for half the effort, and 10 times the fun. Fat E-Bikes. It is time to meet the main event fighters, a professional 185-pound championship bout. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner from Team Wild Man in Denver, Colorado, please make welcome the champion, Anthony Sugarfoot Adams.
Champion.
And now, fighting out of the Blue Core Shooting Center blue corner, the challenger from Macaco Gold Team in Brazil. Please make welcome Flavio Rodrigo Magon. This professional 185-pound championship bout is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Referee Tom Johnson.
All right, gentlemen, the main event of the evening. I want a clean, fair fight. Listen to me at all times and protect yourself at all times. If you'd like to touch gloves, do it now. Let's fight.
Tom Johnson, third in the cage. He's put in a ton of work this evening. Some of the best footwork we've seen all night.
Yep. Great job by all our referees this evening. And we are underway. 185-pound strap on the line.
Adams, typically not a super fast starter, comes out, measures his opponent, looks to get a read on things.
Very long, looks to have the reach advantage.
Solid legs on Magon.
Yeah, Magon, a great kicker as well.
Yeah, Magon switching stances back and forth. Possibly trying to take away the leg kick from Adams.
Set up his own. One advantage Magon has is Anthony can't understand his corner's instructions. Sometimes you listen to that to figure out what your opponent's going to do.
So true. Talk about the mark of an experienced fighter.
Yeah. Both fighters exchanging hard kicks.
Sort of probing kicks, I would call them so far.
Yeah.
That one had a little more on it.
Anthony with that long reach advantage, using it to his advantage there with the low kicks as he chops away at the legs of Flavio.
Showed the spin there for just a second. Did Adams. Basically used that to get his back off the cage.
Right now he's controlling the distance with his legs more or less. Magon answers with a kick of his own.
Wish I spoke Portuguese. It's the first time tonight I haven't known what was going on in the corner over here.
You see Adams working the inside and outside of the legs, just back and forth.
And Adams a very patient fighter. Doesn't ever seem to feel pressure to have to push the pace or, oh my gosh, now it's time that I need to start moving forward.
Yeah, and you see that. That's really common with longer fighters like John Jones, that they chop away, control things from the outside. Even then, he had a chance to jump on Magon, get top position, but just let him up.
And also knowing that you have a 5-round fight in front of you.
Yep, patient himself, chopping away at those legs. It's going to pay dividends in the later rounds.
Money in the bank, as they call it.
Going with the little calf
I was going to
kick there.
say, goes for the calf. Techniques starting to be utilized significantly more often.
It's pretty much all kicks from Anthony Adams here. Reminds me of John Jones versus Quentin Jackson.
There you go. Even with the Mr. T Mohawk going on here.
Yeah.
Finally see Adams getting his hands going a little bit. Oh, just starting to get brutal with that leg kick.
Liver shot, low kick, Ernesto Hu style right there. So far, pretty closely contested round, but it seems like Adams able to outpoint his opponent with his legs.
About a minute left in round one. Didn't quite hear what Adams' corner was calling for, but they said it's there. So, Coach Wildman Thomas Denny, yeah, nicely done. Coach Wildman Thomas Denny sees an opening somewhere.
Calls for the strong bone. It must be in the upward elbow as he fires it. See
20 seconds left, excuse me.
Dominance in the clinch here. First time they end up on the clinch on the cage. Right now, Adams looks to be controlling with that underhook. Looking for the elbows and the knees. Firing the knees here.
Well
He's
done
having
by
some
Adams.
success, and there's a spinning elbow in this fight. Oh, the round is over.
Oh, it was the end of the round. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Lands that spinning elbow, and Flavio is hurt bad. Man, right at the end of the round.
Flavio says he's okay. And
recovering.
Flavio's corner man thought it was over. Wasn't sure about going in there.
Oh, he is hurt bad. Wow. There were a couple more seconds left, but John Jones type spinning elbow floors Flavio Magon.
We talked about, I said it was one of the favored techniques of Adams, and he pulls it out of the bag of tricks right there.
Beautiful spinning elbow, and here it
Here's
is.
the replay.
Having success with the knees, that underhook high pulls it out, and just
so
launches.
much torque. Oh,
right on the chin.
One or two shots, and there was the end of the round. And so close to being over.
Yes.
My goodness, talk about Saved by the
I
Bell.
thought it was over, my God.
So we'll see how it goes with Magon.
My opinion, that's a 10-8 round, and it's definitely going to build the confidence of Sugarfoot Adams here as we go into the second.
For sure. And already you can see Adams just a little bit faster pace, just looking to pick it up a little bit, moving his hands a little more.
And moving forward a little bit more, being a little more aggressive. You're right, JR. Smells blood. You wonder if Flavio fully recovered from that. I mean, he was hurt bad.
That was tough. He was sitting there on the floor for a second. I think he thought it was over too.
Yeah.
And again, Magon switching stances with regularity, looks very comfortable in either stance. But the corner, such a wise and seasoned corner of Adams, calling for very specific techniques depending on which stance it is that Magon has used. So possibly they've watched tape of him and knew coming in that the stance switch was something he favored.
That's right, and if I were Adams too, I mean, he had some good success there, even before the spinning elbow in the clinch when he got him on the cage. And there he is with the double leg, secures the takedown. Beautifully timed by Sugarfoot Adams.
And immediately looking to improve his position as Adams brings that left leg through, and half mount now for Adams. Starting to work the elbows. And those elbows are just what his corner's calling for.
Perfectly timed double leg there. Now he's on top, looking to rain down some elbows. He's got that right underhook, and he's looking to keep it.
Magon doing a good job controlling the left arm of Adams, just basically a C-clamp on the wrist. Because that's the weapon that Adams is trying to bring into play here. Oh, and sneaks through with the right elbow. That was a sneaky shot.
Right elbow, then followed by a left elbow, and here he is hammering down with elbows.
Big shots.
He's got Flavio's head pressed up against the cage, so he can't really move out of the way of those strikes. Bad position for Flavio here in round two.
And Adams taking just a second to look over to his corner, take advice, nods ascension that he understands the instructions, and continuing to work his Adams from the top.
And he's probably just content to stay in the half guard. If you're in the half guard and you got the guy's head pressed up against the cage, the fence, really no need to pass. Just lay down them elbows and strikes, and that is what Anthony Adams is doing right here.
As though you wrote the instruction manual, sir.
Posturing up, raining them down here. Hard shots by Adams.
Magon trying to bring the legs into play, trying to push him back with the left knee, but Adams wise to it. And again, big elbows coming down.
Ooh, nice inside elbow there by Adams.
For as hard as the elbows are, we're not seeing really any welting on the head of Magon. Talk about thick-skinned.
Yeah, but total control here by Anthony Adams here in the second. Magon unable to hip heist, unable to get out, just pinned up against that fence.
Good heavy hips by Adams. Nice job by Adams of wrist control from the top, trying to set up his shots, and a big left hand or right hand comes through.
3 of them.
Heavy work from Adams on the top,
Adams
looking to
for a full
progress.
mount.
Good awareness by Magon. Bumped at just the right time, but Adams continues to maintain that dominant position. Heavy shots.
Working the body here.
Heavy shots from the champ.
Just all Anthony Adams. Another big round for him, just elbowing that thigh.
That's
Elbowing
brutal
that
right
calf.
where he'd been given the leg kicks. About a minute left here.
Mixing it up, working the legs with the elbows, going back upstairs to the head, working the body. All Anthony Adams here in the second. There he is standing up, looking to pass.
Boy, if you were going to give a 10-8 round, this is what it would look like. See what Adams tries to set up here with about 30 seconds left. Working those legs again.
Going for the axe kick, blocked by Flavio.
nice block. Good read by Magon. Big shots coming down for Adams to end the round. Boy, that's the last thing you want.
2 big rounds for Anthony Adams in the books.
That's what you want the judges to have in their minds. The last thing is you dropping bombs on your opponent.
Yep.
Going into round 3, and again, Magon.
Slow to get up.
Yeah, a little difficulty coming up. So what are you telling? Oh, checking out the replay here, the big takedown. Just really nice job of grabbing that leg. We talked about wanting to be circular on your takedowns earlier, and that's exactly what Anthony Adams was able to do, and immediately had his opponent up against the cage and just able to keep him there. Yeah.
Saw that kick coming, immediately went in on the legs, scooped up Flavio and took him down, and spent the rest of that round on top position, raining down strikes.
Hear the corner of Adams saying double. I don't know if they mean a double leg takedown or if they're calling for some version of a double strike.
Oh, double knee.
There we go. Now we know what double means.
Yep. And it landed. Blood coming out of the mouth of Flavio.
That'll give you a little bit of confidence there. Land a flying knee and see some blood coming out of the head of your opponent. Think, hey, my guy's leaking chi.
That's right. Anthony Adams booming with confidence, seems to be in total control here.
Just really controlling the center of the octagon. Throws a technique, goes right back to the middle, takes control of that cage.
Hard low kick there. Flavio looking to be frustrated. Can't seem to get anything going.
Yeah, really hasn't been much in the way of the striking game of Flavio that we've seen that landed with effectiveness.
Yeah, Anthony's just controlling that distance so well, just staying out of range of Flavio's punches. And even if they do land, they're right at the end of them when there's no more power left.
And it's just making it so Adams doesn't have to change anything. He can just keep right on going with exactly what he's doing. And you talked about it several times throughout the night. If it's working well for you, stick with it. And Adams able to do exactly that.
Goes for another takedown. Now he's got him against the clinch. But when he had him against the fence, low blow.
Oh, that was brutal.
I was going to say he was having some good success in the clinch even before the spinning elbow. I was thinking he'd go back there.
Oh, that was an unfortunately vicious groin shot. Oh, goodness.
Flavio getting a well-needed break to recover from that.
Being told he has 5 minutes to recover. And it was inadvertent, it was accidental. You could see that Adams was targeting the inside of the thigh and just happened to errantly hit an unintended target. So, and Adams.
His corner telling Flavio not to get up too soon.
Yeah.
Take your time, recover.
And that kind of quieted down the crowd a little bit here.
Here it is on
Here's
the
the
replay. Yep, no question about it.
And not sure if Magon is saying he's ready to go or saying he will be able to fight in a minute because he's still looking awfully pained.
Yeah.
Boy, that'll change the complexity of a fight.
And this fight continues.
Yeah, Adams offers up his apologies. And interesting, Adams had his back toward the cage there, getting pretty close to it. Magon just stepped backward and let Adams away from the cage.
Yeah, sign of frustration,
Yeah.
sign of like whatever I'm doing isn't seeming to be working. Even though Adams has not been there on the cage this whole fight.
Oh,
There's another spinning elbow that lands.
And a nice follow-up with knee strikes.
Man, so deceptive with those spinning elbows.
And then a foot stomp.
Here he is.
Adams mixing his weapons.
See if he can get those knees going again. Working the body hard.
Very solid punches.
Drops down to a double leg, scoops Flavio out and lands another double leg in top position. 2 minutes left in the third.
And that was beautiful technique. It was a great scoop on that underneath the hips because Adams didn't even have his hands clasped,
Nope.
but still able to effect the takedown. Adams now looking to keep his opponent away from the cage a little bit, maybe give himself a little more freedom to work. And close guard for Magon, so that shows us he's not looking for escapes or submission attempts here, just primarily being relegated to defense.
Pulling Magon away like that just tells me that Anthony does not want him to let Flavio use the cage to stand up. He's going to put him back in the center, make it harder for Flavio to stand up and just sit there in top position. And when you're in top position, you're winning the round.
Yes, sir. Open guard now. Now starting to work the guard up higher a little bit is Magon, but Adams, of course, not going to be lots he hasn't seen in the gym for the years and years that he's been doing this.
That's right. Patient fighter. Anthony just content, winning minutes, winning rounds.
Good elbow off the bottom. That
Going
crossed
ahead on
nicely.
the scorecard. Some hammer fist by Anthony.
Little Mongolian chop a la Sakuraba there.
That's right. Donkey Kong punches.
See if he lets him up or if he tries to punish the legs a little more. And Magon tries to get a little fancy off his back.
It's not going to make it easy for him. Whoa!
Oh, goodness gracious.
Like a breakdancing move there.
And
wow.
much to the delight of the crowd.
Down the final 10 seconds of this round. And Anthony Adams in full control.
Standing over your opponent, kicking away at him again. Every round, I've said it, that's a great thing for the judges to see at the end of the round if you're Anthony Adams.
3 in the book for Adams. 2 really big rounds. My goodness, Flavio. It's going to take a miracle to win this one.
And Magon just a little bit of a look of frustration there.
Oh, yeah.
Colorado weather is unpredictable. Your property repairs don't have to be. If your home or business has been damaged by wind or hail, call the experts at Energy Star Exteriors for a free professional inspection. And we're not just experts handling insurance claims. We can also help you out with solar, windows, siding, painting, and gutters. We are veteran owned and operated, and we will treat your property like it's our own. Call Energy Star Exteriors today at 303-913-6397.
Here's that backflip. I've never even seen this move before. It's like a break dance.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Tries to go over the top. My goodness. Acrobatic move by Anthony Adams there. But look at the face of Flavio. Just dejected, frustrated. Nothing he's trying is working. His punches just can't land. He's getting taken down. He's getting beaten up with elbows, with kicks.
And here we go.
On the championship round, it's been all Anthony Adams here.
Magon doesn't seem to be winded. So conditioning on point, just being out-techniqued so
Yep.
far tonight.
Just frustration. Anthony back to the kicking game. Timing those kicks, beating up the legs.
And Magon again trying to get that kicking game going. Heard Thomas Denny earlier saying when he starts throwing his kicks, he throws one, you throw one. We're willing to go kick for kick.
Yep. It's not a game you want to play with Sugarfoot, but when you try punching against Anthony's kicking game, you end up eating kicks on the way in.
And really starting to put some power into his strikes now is Adams. Momentary southpaw again for Magon, and Adams' corner again calling out specific techniques dependent upon the stance of his opponent.
Heavier on his feet, moving slower, just being systematically broken down by Anthony Adams is Magon.
And that's so frustrating to be in there with somebody that you just know is a beat ahead, and everything that you try, they have an answer for it.
Yep, and they're staying just out of range. Every time you come in, you're eating a low kick, getting beat up from the clinch. When you do get aggressive, you get taken down. Can't get up off bottom. Just a nightmare here for Magon.
Magon gets his head snapped back a little bit there by Adams. See if Adams starts putting together some combinations here. Certainly reaching with the probing strikes and able to find success.
Yep. Halfway through this fourth round.
Oh, brutal body kick.
Looked
That hurt him.
Hurt Magon a little. His mouth's hanging open. He's firing back, though. Got to hand it to him.
Adams, no problems with his conditioning here, obviously.
Nope, nice and relaxed. Just fighting at his pace. Oozing with confidence, pouring it on. Goes with the high kick there. Going for the sweep there, Machida style.
Sweep the leg.
Magon able to keep upright. And there, look at that cage control. Anthony turns him around immediately and starts working the foot stomps, the knees. Magon going with the double underhooks, it looks like, able to turn Anthony around.
Lock gets the turn. And immediately Adams digs the underhook.
Yep, and turns him right back around, working the knees once again, the foot stomps. This has an answer for everything Magon does.
Minute left.
Anthony looking for a takedown momentarily, wraps up a single leg.
Yeah,
Hard to get it from this position.
One more time, it'd be a great way to stamp the end of the round. Magon shows his strength.
Puts Anthony on the cage. Anthony turns him. It's really technical stuff here.
Always has an answer, does Adams. A couple times he's had his back against the cage and he's been able to get the turns, and there it is. 10 seconds left.
There's the spinning elbow.
The elbow. Again. We kind of expected it.
Raises. 1 round left.
And one of the first times we've seen Magon not have to pick himself up off the canvas at the end of a round.
So far, Anthony Adams pitching a shutout here. 1 round left. Let's see if he just skates, cruises to a victory.
Well, like I said, Adams wanting to be on the bigger show. Undefeated 6-0, some impressive wins against some solid opponents. Skating isn't the way to capture the attention of the big guys, and he knows that he's making his mark looking for the
But that's his style. His style is you just pitch a shutout. Why take risks? You know, you've seen a lot of fighters get criticized for that before, but at the same time, when you're in total control like that, why put yourself in a position to eat a big counter shot?
So true, so true.
Back to the kicking game is Adams.
Adams looking like he wants a little more power in his shots now. Adams developing more power every
Yep.
round as this fight goes on.
Definitely throwing punches with more ferocity here in the 5th round than the first. And it measures you, controls that distance in the first. And now that he has that distance, he's opening up a little bit more.
Beautiful body kick by Adams. Oh, right to the liver. And again.
Another one. Another hard low
Brutal.
kick.
That one was brutal, right over the top of the knee.
It's like the first round. It's the kicking game of Anthony Adams. Staying just out of range of the punches. Flavio wincing in pain.
Ron shaking his left hand out a little bit. Keep an eye on that, see if he's able to use it.
Man, all day with those low kicks. Flavio switches stances now. They both are getting beaten up, though.
Yes, sir.
Both those legs. Corner calling for that right hand. Seeing an opening is Thomas Denny.
Yeah, I'm saying they want more continued pressure.
There it is. A couple punches from Adams. Cuts the corner, throws a left hook right straight, does Adams. Then gets back out of range.
Yeah, just really not giving Moran any kind of a chance to open up with any offense. And I mean that through the entirety of the night.
Yeah, he gets off and he stays right out of range. Isn't able to get countered, and that's so frustrating. You're swinging at a guy who's just a couple millimeters out of your punching range. The whole night.
I think I heard the corner of Adams calling for the Superman punch. Almost a flying leg kick there. There's the Superman.
Here we are down the stretch. Another spinning elbow. That one misses on the cage, going for a double leg. But so far, Anthony Adams pitching a shutout here.
Moran, good job with his underhook. Almost a chance at a fireman's carry there for
I was
Adams.
thinking the same thing. Final 90 seconds. Anthony Adams been in control 23.5 minutes. Let's see if he can do it for another minute and a half. Looking to close the fight out with a takedown, going for that single leg again.
Referee Tom Johnson taking a good close look at the knees. Had that one inadvertent knee earlier, and of course wouldn't want to see that again. Final minute of the evening here. Oh, just spiking knees landing for Adams. And right targeted that same spot where he's been landing those leg kicks all
those
night.
legs are going to be sore
Just
tomorrow.
vicious. Adams one more time able to get the turn. Never spends hardly any time with his back against the cage. Just really good job with his head and shoulder positioning and his footwork up against the cage.
Here we are coming down the stretch, end of this fight. Adams opening up with some knees. Flavio going for the double unders.
And Flavio trying to make sure Adams doesn't have a chance to spin again.
Adams looking to close it with the takedown, and he gets it. Right at the end of the round. Aggressive with the ground and pound as this fight comes to an end. Complete domination by Anthony Adams.
Going to go home, retaining that title. And Magon, I think, still suffering the effects of that groin strike a little bit. Right at the end of the fight, he was kind of pointing, saying, hey, I'm still a little injured here.
He was wincing a couple times during those last couple of rounds, grabbing at his groin. But nonetheless, complete domination. 5 rounds in the books, all for Anthony Adams, as he will retain his title here in the main event at Sparta.
So Army versus Marines 9 in the books. We had the inaugural King of Sparta tournament with LT Smash Nelson going home with the title, going home with the big check. And then Anthony Adams in our main event this evening. We're about to get the official word on that.
After 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 50-45, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, and still Sparta Combat League champion Anthony Sugarfoot Adams.
We're going to take it up to Neil Magny one more time for the post-fight interview.
To Neil Magny we go for a post-fight interview, Neil.
Anthony, that was an amazing fight. You showed great improvement in your wrestling. You were composed the entire time, picking your shots, and you were having fun the entire time. How does it feel to pre-rank this 7-0 and have a big win here tonight?
It feels great, but I want to be where you're at, bro. I'm trying to get to the big show. Obviously, I don't feel like that performance was enough. So back to the drawing boards. We'll get there.
The best part about it is the fact that you enjoyed yourself the entire time. You took risks. You did things that you weren't normally doing in past fights, and that's a big thing to take from this fight. You should hold your head up high and look forward to that next step. I think you're very close to getting there. 7-0, the welterweights and middleweights around the world are looking out for you right now. That was an amazing performance.
Thanks, Neil. That means a lot coming from you, brother.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Adams.
Fight fans, for UFC Hall of Famer MMA legend Stephan Bonnar, I am J.R. Gordon. Thank you for having joined us at Sparta Combat League Army versus Marines 9. We'll see you cage side at the next event.